Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer. And this is very special. I'm so happy for us to be here. First, of course, I want to welcome and introduce the one, the only, the goddess of DC, Rayceen Pendarvis. Hey, Rayceen.
Hey, my beloved, and greetings and salutations to all.
Yes, it's so great to be here because we will be talking about the beautiful, wonderful, immensely fabulous soul of Venus Thrash. And we'll also be talking about a fundraiser in her honor. So I want to have our guests that are with us introduce themselves briefly. So I'll start with Jay.
Hey everybody, my name is Jay Scales and I am a poet and a musician.
Thank you for being here. Sarah.
Thank you.
Hey, so honored to be here. I'm Sarah Browning. I was the co-founder and for 10 years director of Split This Rock, where I got to produce and present Venus on many platforms. And thrilled to be here.
Thank you. Very pleased to have you here, Dwayne.
My name is Dwayne Lawson-Brown. I'm a poet, a crochet artist, and I wear many hats.
Such a pleasure. Rayceen, I know that, Venus has crossed paths with Team Rayceen Productions many times, and you have had the pleasure of meeting her so many times and being in her presence and, getting her spirit. So I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that.
I'm honored to sit and to celebrate the life of Venus, poet, author, activist, warrior, mother, brave, courageous, bold, and fearless. How honored am I to be able to say I knew her. I was honored to sit in her presence, to call her a friend, to be able to work with her on several projects throughout the year, the Ask Rayceen show, the District Pride celebration, the library celebration honoring Black History Month, and all of those wonderful events to be around Venus, that infectious smile, that warrior woman in her bold, brave fearlessness. How grateful, how gifted, how blessed we all are to say we have known someone like Venus. But what I enjoyed mostly about Venus was that brave cougar or lioness who would guard her cub, her son who was so wonderful and just full of joy. Whenever you would meet him, you knew that that light of Venus lived in him. And she would watch over him like the way a lioness would watch over a cub, allow him to go and move out just enough, but never to be harmed, never to be touched by the evil of the world, but to be celebrated of the joy that exuded Venus. Venus was that type of comet who moved through this life, moved through this world, bright, fast, and fearless. And so many people who were all touched by Venus. Venus gave a little, put a little of that in you, and we all carry that light of Venus in each one of us. That little sprinkle of joy, that beautiful smile, that beautiful face, that beautiful boldness of Venus. And I will remember that, and I will hold that and cherish that so, so deeply in my soul. But to know that that greatness lives on in her son, this wonderful young man who will grow and do things and move forth into this world, just like his mother, because that light lives in him. And when I see him in all of the stages that life will present for him, because he will be bold, he will be fearless, he will be brave. I know it. I see so much, I feel so much that spirit of Venus that will be watching over, looking down, guarding her cub, as he moves forth through life. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Venus, for sharing your life with us.
Thank you, Rayceen. Jay Scales.
Wow, that's it's a lot. There's a lot there. Yeah, so when I think about Venus Thrash, I think about a poet with the perfect name. And the first three words that I think of when I reflect back to listening to Venus recite poetry on the mic, the first time that I ever saw them, bold. These are the words that come to my mind. Three words: bold, unapologetic, and yes. So I feel like in a sea of bland heteronormativity, Venus had a unique and sultry swag on and off the page. And we give thanks as a community for Venus for sharing this part of their path with us.
Thank you so much. Dwayne.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like I remember meeting Venus somewhere in my 20s and just being like, yo, this artist right here is completely commanding an audience. They're completely challenging an audience without attacking them. And like everybody's gonna walk away. I know I did. I walked away looking at, well, how am I complicit in terrible things in the world? And what can I do to like change that? In whatever way. Like it could be through poetry, it could be through everyday actions. And Venus was equal parts gangster and lover. And like there's so much like care and love present in your interaction. We're not even just talking about the poetry, we're talking about the person. And there was so much care and concern and joy present that, you know, will be sorely missed, but always held on to.
Thank you so much. And Sarah.
Well, I join these two beauties in celebrating Venus's, it was challenge and celebration that Venus brought to the stage, to the written word, to her human interactions, to her friendships, of which I feel very blessed to have been friends with Venus, and to her love for her son, which was everything. She brought all of herself to that relationship, and with her son, who Rayceen has spoken of so beautifully. And so the community fundraiser that Day 8, under the direction of Rob Bettman, started is to help support Daniel's future, his education in particular, which I know would have been incredibly important to Venus, and it would mean so much to her that we're coming together to support Daniel. So please, everyone, go to this GoFundMe.com/celebrate-Venus-Thrash and give what you can. Any amount will help. If you can't give, and even if you can give, please also spread the word. Share this to all your social medias. We need to get the word out, and just to hold Daniel in the embrace that Venus held all of us in. And that she held her son in. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And we want to remind our viewers that we will have the link for the GoFundMe in the description below. So you can go ahead and check that out and give to your heart's content. Thank you all for being with me today. It's always a pleasure to get to talk, to get to catch up, and of course, to celebrate the wonderful, beautiful human that Venus Thrash was, and contributing and holding up her legacy. Thank you all so much. But most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.